Police officers have enough to worry about when they're out working their shift because they know a lot of people don't like them. They want to make it home to their families. So the furthest thing from their mind is that they're going to overdose during a traffic stop. Well, on December 15th in Tavares, Florida, this police officer almost overdosed on fentanyl while she was doing a car search. And if it wasn't for the quick thinking of her partners, she might have died from the exposure. The following video clip shows the effects of illicit drugs. It may not be suitable for all ages. Viewer discretion is advised.
Possible exposure.
Tavares police said they're releasing this difficult footage of an officer who is now doing okay as a warning about how dangerous fentanyl can be. Courtney Sullivan with the Tavares Police Department said Officer Courtney Bannock found drugs on a passenger during a traffic stop Monday night.
Might come in so you can take
it's all in my
It's
all in my truck, in a bag, in a paper bag. Everything that I've got in there.
Was it opened? It's a dollar bill.
Dollar bill.
That's what it is. Okay.
Fucking chest hurts so bad.
Breathe. I gotta try and call people in the middle of the night. Hey. Breathe. Come on, breathe. Hit her again. Rodney, she's not breathing. Hit her again.
Out again?
Yes.
3 doses of Narcan.
Can they hurry?
I'll be in that station.
Bannock says she took precautions while discovering what turned out to be the powerful opioid fentanyl.
As soon as I started talking, I was like lightheaded a little bit and started almost choking. I couldn't breathe.
Did you get it once?
Within a matter of moments, she says things took a turn.
I'm very mindful if I don't touch my face, if I have gloves on. But did I wipe my nose with my wrist? Did I use something? I don't know.
She's not breathing. Hit her again.
Bannock says she remembers little as other officers arrived. 3 doses of Narcan were used to battle the effects of a sudden overdose.
It was hard. It's hard because I'm helpless. I've done this to 100 people before, and now I needed that.
After making a full recovery, she chose to release the video to show the community the dangerous effects of fentanyl.
We're not dealing with pharmaceutical grade fentanyl. Every day, these street chemists are coming up with something because the drug users you get tolerance to it. You build a tolerance.
And while the video has been difficult to watch, she's thankful for the quick thinking of her fellow officers.
If I was searching that car alone or testing those drugs alone or whatever the case may be, and I didn't have Narcan available, there's a good chance I wouldn't be here right now.
So that is what can happen from just the wind blowing a little bit, a very minute bit of fentanyl into the ear or into the face of anyone, this being a police officer. She was overcome by it. She felt lightheaded. She could not speak. When her partners arrived on scene, they recognized the symptoms of an overdose, and they started to administer Narcan to her. And as you could see, after 2 doses, she came out of it, and then she went back into unconsciousness. They had to give her a 3rd dose. Thankfully, they were able to save her, get her to the hospital, and today she is doing fine. But this goes to show you the dangers of policing all over this country and all over the world. And the effects of this drug are so dangerous that it could happen to anyone at any time, because you could be around someone who has this substance and you could be overcome with it. This problem we have with these drugs is a problem at the border. Illegal immigrants are crossing the border day and night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. The substances they are trafficking are illegal and are deadly. Fentanyl is one of the most deadly drugs out there, and heroin addicts use it because the heroin on the street apparently is not strong enough. So like Officer Bannock said, The street chemists need to keep coming up with ways to make the drug more potent because the addicts are getting used to it. They don't get high on it. So they keep adding more and more of this dangerous drug so the drug addicts can stay high, when in turn, a lot of them are overdosing and dying. When is this country going to realize that the substance abuse problem is out of control? The illegal trafficking of drugs is out of control, and the administration sitting in Washington does not care. They claim every day they'll look you straight in the eye and tell you the borders are secure, and they're not. Illegal immigrants are getting caught almost every day with hundreds of thousands of illegal fentanyl pills. And this administration does not acknowledge it, and they are doing nothing to stop it. So in turn, a police officer in any community could be out working their shift and come in contact with someone who has this drug, and that is the results when they come in contact with it. Thank God for Narcan, because it saved her life, and it saves the lives of people every single day, because rescue personnel use it constantly. Police officers use it constantly. I myself had to use it once on the job to save someone who was overdosing. I don't know if it was fentanyl. I don't know if it was heroin, but I administered the Narcan and the person came out of their high. And when they do that, they get mad, they get violent because you ruin their high. They don't care that you saved their life because they don't know they're dying. There was no thank you for saving me. Oh my God, I was dying, I was overdosing. No, all they care about is getting high. That is a problem in our country. Drug addiction is real and it's everywhere. And politicians of today are doing zero to combat it. They're doing zero to combat illegal drug trafficking. As I've said in the past few episodes, and I'm going to say it again, the current administration sitting in Washington cares about one thing only. They care about LGBTQ rights. They care about children being able to get gender-affirming surgeries, and the federal government is willing to pay for it. That's the focus of the Biden administration, not border security, not illegal drug trafficking, and basically not the safety of the entire United States of America. All they care about is taking care of that one certain group of people so they can make their movement as big as they possibly can. So police officers like Officer Bannock are out on the street doing her duty to protect people when in fact she had to be saved by her partners because of an illicit substance that is more deadly than any drug on the street today. It's not pharmaceutical grade fentanyl. It's made in basements, in garages, in warehouses. It's probably made in caves in some country that we don't even know about. And it's making it over the borders, and it's getting onto the streets of the United States, and people are dying. Young people are dying. They're taking pills as party drugs, not knowing what's in it. So they're taking a pill, and they end up ODing on it, and they die because they didn't know it was fentanyl. That's the problem with today. Kids don't pay attention. The adults aren't watching what these kids are doing. And the administration sitting in Washington sees all of this, and they are doing zero to make it stop. They're funneling billions of dollars to other countries. Ukraine, now it's Africa. Who else knows? We don't know where else they're sending money, but they're sending it all over the world, and they're not spending it in the United States to help the American people. They don't care that there's mental illness issues. They don't care that there's drug addiction issues or homelessness. They want to make sure that the LGBs and the TQs and the plus threes are taken care of. Some cities and towns around this country are paying these people because they say they're a man or they're a woman when they're not. Other cities and towns are paying people because of the color of their skin. And the Biden administration is okay with this. They're not okay with people dying. Or should I say, they are okay with people dying from illicit drugs because they're doing nothing to stop it. When are people going to open their eyes? And when are these liberal, bleeding heart politicians going to open their eyes and realize the problem here is not some dude who thinks he's a girl. The problem is stopping the drug trafficking, stopping the migrants from coming over our borders by the thousands, and putting billions of dollars into programs to help people with mental illness, help people with drug addiction, and put a stop to it so innocent people don't die because they were in the path of some dust flying around and it happened to get into their nasal cavity and they overdosed and they died. That's how dangerous this drug is. And the sooner this administration wakes up and sees it, the better off our country's going to be. Please share this video with someone if you will, because this happens every day all over the country and it needs to stop. People are dying senselessly because they're using drugs made by some nitwit to put them on the street only because they want to make a buck. They know they're killing people and they don't care. Just like the politicians don't care. This police officer was lucky. She's back at work, right back on the street, doing what she loves to do and what she's trained to do. And if it weren't, again, for her partners, she probably would have died that night from an illegal drug that some nitwit had in their car. And that's all I'm going to say about it. It aggravates me. It bothers me. I see it all the time. I see it in my line of work. And it's unnecessary. And it needs to stop. That's all I'm going to say. And that's my opinion. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. And hit the notification bell. You'll be notified. You'll never miss an episode. Again, share this video with someone if you will. I'd appreciate it. I hope everybody's healthy and safe, and I'll see you real soon with something else. Have a good one.